Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Dragon Quest VIII. When we last left off, we saved the Chancellor of Argonia from the Troll Maze, and we got I want to say the last of the mini-medals in the main storyline. So let's go ahead and give them away. Just get them out of our inventory. You cannot get enough mini-medals in the main storyline to get the Flail of Destruction. So that is going to be a post-game thing. One of the things I did was I switched some items around. I passed out some of my rarer stuff, like my Yggdrasil leaves and stuff like that. I gave one to my hero. I gave two to Yangus because he's got the most hit points. So, like, if I get my butt kicked, he's the most likely to be the last guy standing. Jessica, I gave one. Angelo doesn't need it, potentially, because he knows Kazing. And I think he's going to have enough MP during a battle to cast Kazing. My hero only knows Zing, but, you know, that'll do in a pinch. Change my equipment around a little bit. I still have all this. Put the meteorite bracer on my hero and switched out for a life bracer. I made sure Angelo and Jessica both have their life bracers equipped, because when we get to the next boss, he hits very hard. So just the 30 extra hit points is very useful. I accidentally sorted my inventory into my bag, which means I don't have this. But now we do. So, let's go to the last dungeon. We want to head west. Well, that place just looks evil, doesn't it? Now, this is technically the final dungeon, but the game doesn't end here. So you don't have to worry about like anything like points of no return or anything like that. This place is actually remarkably straightforward. I do want to use Padfoot, though. I didn't want to do that. I want to do that. Alright. Got quite a bit of new enemies here. Let me get my list up here. I thought I had it up, and then I looked, and I accidentally must have closed it. So, let me do that. Won't take but just a second. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so we have a path left, a path right, and a path forward that we can't go up because the stairs are down. So we want to go this way first. This place is full of awesome little rooms like this one, where there's statues and evil altars and stuff like that. But first we want to come over here and get the map. That was just a battle against some boss trolls. We've seen boss trolls several times, so I didn't feel the need to show them to you again. So this is the Black Citadel. It's probably both the most complicated and least complicated dungeon that we've run across so far. So, by the way, there's just some books here to read. Most of these talk about alchemy recipes and things like that, but we do have these 3 right here. 3 or 4 bookcases that have Ancient Chronicles. And they're interesting. And so basically this is just explaining to us what Rapthorn's plan is. There's no books here. And if you come up here, it's this one. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Now, this is talking about the ultimate hammer in the game. You have to use the Conqueror's Axe to make it. So, and a piece of orichalcum, which is another reason I feel not to do the hammers. But, so which one is it? Is it? Ah, here we go. So we haven't met or I think really heard anything about the Dragovians until this point. But, yeah, there they are. So, that's pretty much all the interesting books. And I think if you go this way, it's a dead end. One of the things that I really like about this dungeon is you can kind of, if you look around, you can see how this place like wraps in around itself. Yeah, this is a dead end. And how we end up in all of these places. And if you look carefully, you can actually see places you've been up until this point when you get further into the dungeon. It's really nice. These are Bobungas. Bobungas have 442 hit points, and they can cast blazing. They can breathe blazing fire on you. Let's see. I'm just going to use Zap on them, and Thin Air, and Twin Dragon Lash, and Kaswoosh. Since they're all in a group like that. I'm not too particularly worried about the blazing fire. I've got quite a lot of breath resistance. I was hoping I'd kill 2 of them, but that's alright. Alright, let's see. Let's use Clean Sweep and Thin Air. And probably should have just attacked. Whatever. You can put them to sleep, and Whack also does work on them. I probably should have used Thwack with Angelo. It has a pretty good chance of working on them. But it's just ingrained in me, like, deep in the bone. Like, deep in my bones that death magic is just not good. But it's actually pretty good in this game. Not, like, as good as, say, a Shin Megami Tensei game, where it's amazing, but it's good enough. That's a dead end, right? Here we have Caped Caperers. These things suck. I hate them. They only have 216 hit points, but they take reduced damage against all elements, which makes fighting large groups of them irritating. But thankfully, they're all in a group there, so let's do this. I don't want to approach this. Let's do this. They can be put to sleep if you want to try that, but most of the time they only show up in groups of 1 or 2. This is actually only the second or third time I've ever seen them show up in a group of this large. So, I mean, whatever. Oh, I do need to heal after this. Oh, man. Alright, that's fine. Thin air again. And cut the whack again. This is why these guys are irritating, because they can heal themselves with Hustle Dance. And I was really hoping to kill that troll. This is very irritating. I hate these guys. Right, okay. Okay, note to self in the future. This is taking way too long. Note to self, I should probably have put them to sleep. Alright, that's it. Just for expediency's sake, I'm gonna do this. I hate those things so much. That also reminds me, I need to change my my second monster team. I'll do that real fast while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Well, I don't know. That might be worth it. Yeah, you know what? We'll stick with that. That's fine. I hit the wrong button. As long as I keep my hit points up in here, I'm not worried about it. Angelo has... That's a dead end. Angelo has... do I want to go back outside and get that? Oh, I can't even evac in here. It's not that big a deal. That's my Odin's bow. This is also a dead end. So like I said, this place looks very complicated and convoluted, but it's actually a fairly straightforward run to the end. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But whatever. Stealthily as a thief. This place sure has seen better days, hasn't it? I suppose being buried under a mountain for, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of years just, you know, will wreck any real estate value that you have whatsoever. Not to mention the cloud of, like, miasma and death that hangs around this place. You know, it's a buyer's market, and you're just not going to be able to sell this place. So anyway, get a piece of orichalcum there. Just to point out where we're at, that right there is the top of the tower and where we're going. We actually can't go there, that's broken. We gotta go the long way around. These are claws. Pretty much you just want to hit them with whatever you got. Relatively vanilla enemies. They don't have any, like, status effects or anything like that. They just do physical damage. Which, honestly, is okay with me. They have, where are they in my list? They have 283 hit points. So. Just do that. Do I have my happy hat on, Angelo? I don't. Put that on. I wonder if you could zoom out of here. You probably can, actually. As long as you're in an outdoor area. I've never tried it. I don't really want to. You know what? I'll try it as soon as I unlock that staircase and open that shortcut, which is coming up here. I'm probably going to step outside and get the Odin's bow out of my alchemy pot and then throw the next thing I want to make in there. These are Archdemons. Archdemons have 348 HP. You can put them to sleep if you want, and they can cast Kaboom. So, let's go ahead and do that. And let's try putting them to sleep. The Kaboom spell they use hurts, so I just would rather not have to eat it. Yeah, see. Although they seem more inclined to use their physical attacks than they are the Kaboom spell, so. But even if I can put one or two of them to sleep, or none of them, that's okay too, I guess. I mean, I didn't want nobody to be put to sleep anyway. This room right here is unnecessary. But you do want to break all of these barrels. There's a bunch of really good items in here. We're gonna be here a minute. You know, times like this, I think that the DS Dragon Quest way is better when it comes to barrels. Like, if you've never played any of the DS ports of the Dragon Quest games, when you run up to a barrel, your character doesn't pick it up because they use sprites. They don't have a animation for it. So what happens is, you know, you just inspect the barrel and it explodes, and if there's an item, you get it. It's a lot faster. I mean, I appreciate them making this animation right here, but it's really not necessary for them to do that. That's another Yggdrasil leaf. Probably put that on my hero's inventory. Hard cheese or a chalcum. Icicle dirt. I think there's some rock salt in here too. Here we have foul fighters. They have 285 hit points. They can stun you with a war cry, use thin air, and they get 2 turns, or can get 2 turns in a round. So let's just in there and oh, they're in a different group. Man, that sucks. I need to heal after this battle too. Damn it, Angelo. Oh well. Get him. Alright. Go ahead and use multi-heal. Yeah, that's where we're at, and like, I don't have to worry about any of my MP because I did the casino stuff. I have 20 of those rings, which means I've got about, let's see, I've got about 300 or so spare MP sitting in those rings. Probably more than that. More than that. That's a bad math. I usually get about 4 or 5 uses out of each ring, restoring about 30 to 40 MP apiece. And I've got 20 of them, so, you know, you do the math. Alright, so since we had that alchemy thing happen, let's use let's just get out of here real quick.